Oof. All right, today I'm gonna do something that I have no idea how to do. Hopefully, install acoustic guitar pickup from Fishman. This seems to be an older model. I don't see the instructions for it on their website. It's replacing a pickup that went bad on a guitar here. And I didn't. Oh, wait, maybe this is one. The Precis blend. It looks like it has a mic on it, a mic and a piezo. So it has both a mic and a piezo thing, and you can blend them. We'll try that out. First, there's a video making the rounds from, I think it's from Mirror Profiles. It says Ed S for the channel name, but I think that actually is Mirror Profiles. He makes some impulse responses. This is called "Does Recording Guitar DIs Hot Give You a Better Signal to Noise Ratio?" And this is because there's been some recent talk about, calibrating plug-in input levels to get your guitar signal at the right level that the modeler was using as his reference level. And there was Clickbait Cordy had a soy face video talking about, are we all using our plugins wrong or some nonsense like that. And one of the things they always talk about is, especially in digital, ever since digital has been begun, a lot of people have said record your signal as hot as you possibly can and, turn it down in the mix or whatever. But that's to keep the signal to noise ratio as high as possible. But that's not really true, right? You could have, if you think about where reference levels are, and if your digital someplace like minus 18 or minus 15 is 0 VU, which is plus 4, and you're taking a minus 10 device, you're actually asking to turn up so much from a device that couldn't even get to plus 4 nicely. So it's not necessarily good advice. It's not even in theory necessarily good advice, but if you understand analog to digital conversion, it's not signal to noise so much as signal to error. Your quantization error from you know what? Let me see if I get a picture of this real quick. Let me see if I can find some pictures of quantization noise. Okay, I don't know that this is going to be good. But quantization noise comes from not having enough bits to encode the dynamic range, or maybe I should say it differently. It has to do with the steps between, when they say that every bit is worth 6 decibels, that's your steps. Do you have enough voltage levels to sufficiently accurately represent the signal you're measuring? And so here's a true signal is this smooth sine wave line. The quantized signal is this stair steps, and I know there's some talk about stair steps, but for this purpose, this is okay. And this red shows the difference between the two, and that's the quantization error. Now, quantization error can show up as noise. We've done a million videos on this where you reduce the bit depth and you start hearing noise, but the music still sounds about the same, just with the added noise until you get pretty crazy. And so recording super hot can give you a better signal to error noise ratio. It won't necessarily give you a better signal to noise ratio unless the noise floor of the input device is pretty high compared to the noise floor of the device feeding it. In that case, you would want to match them better. But let's just watch this video real quick. So so what he's saying is, I'll start with the quiet signal and gradually increase the input gain while compensating in the DAW afterwards. So for every decibel he's increasing the input gain, he's going to drop the level in the output. If recording direct inputs hotter improves the signal to noise ratio, we should see the noise floor drop as we increase the gain. Yes. And so here we go. So here's the signal, here's the noise floor. So it's going hotter. So that's a perfectly good take on that. If your noise is probably higher than the signal to error ratio, so it probably isn't going to matter. Anyway, so it looks like this is the right pickup, the Precis Blend 301. So let me see if I can't find a wiring diagram for this. Precis Blend, I don't see prefix. Matrix series pickups. I don't know if this is a prefix series. I don't know. I'm really having trouble finding so this isn't the Precis Plus. This is Precis Blend. Let me see if I can find a wiring diagram. Oh, wow. When I type this in, it says Precis Blend 301 fake. Chinese knockoff Fishman's any good. So apparently there's fake ones out here. And this could be one. Wow. Interesting. Okay, here. Fishman. Let's see.
Hi there. You're about to watch my YouTube video, and while I didn't know it at the time, I'm going to jibba jabba on for a while about various factors involving the tests and what went into it and the difference of that. Just a few seconds. Also known as Itoyu Nano Nakade, their 8th fret. And good advice is starts out around 7 or 9, I can't remember which, and moves down, and it has arpeggios that go up to.
This is not all that helpful. Fake Fishman preamps from eBay tried to violate me. Now, do they actually say Fishman on them?
Unusual guitar, kind of a rare guitar. Is fine. That's coming from here to the output jack, but this is possibly not wired up correctly. Getting grounded out, maybe. I don't know. Whoa, shit.
All right, I'm having real trouble. Presys blend 301. I don't know if it's 301. Does it say 301? It doesn't say 301 on here anyway. So this could be fake. But let me see if I can find how to actually do it. Fishman blend 301 unboxing review and installation. Okay. 47 minutes. Ouch. I don't know that I'm going to be cleaning out the router channel. I'm hoping that original one is fine. Let's see. So it comes on the low E side, then comes up. Or do you cut it off? You feed it through. Okay, we're going to see how this goes on this. I have no idea. I don't know that much about this stuff, and I'm kind of surprised there's not. Well, actually, I've had a little bit of trouble with the Fishman wiring diagrams and things, so not super tripping out. Yeah, I don't know. Let me grab the guitar. I should be having another Fishman product coming from Amazon or Sweetwater today. Yeah, not Amazon because they won't ship batteries. But yeah, thanks a lot on that, by the way. It's going to be the universal battery. You put the Strat battery on the other day. I probably should have got the universal battery. All right, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to really do this, but so I think this is the pickup. Somehow I got to get through here and over, and I don't know that I see myself doing that. Okay. Is it even long enough? Okay. Wow. This doesn't look easy. So is there a trick to doing this? Let's see if see if they show if there's some sort of trick like putting a string through or something. Let me see.
To remove. I'm using here a tool that comes with the string winder. However, you can actually get a peg remover. Otherwise, I tend to use wire cut. Under the peg is to add use these called 10 nut. I and put the and preamp is when you fit, however, bottom for the area of the bridge that will be removed. I'm working too much online. I'll be, it's kept to the bridge down. Bridge much on that. First going to it's probably true. Unfortunately, the we grind the Germanic
Just want to see how to get this pickup through.
over the to try to do it in 3 stages with a 5 then lap. You can connect inside the guitar half and with Burley. Mostly, I'm always paranoid strill there, which is the final thing, which is the pickup itself. Before you fit the pickup, just check the bottom of the slot where the bridge sits, and check the wood at the bottom is as smooth as possible and as flat as possible.
Actually, it looks pretty good.
If there's any lumps or factory debris,
The
make
hole's
sure
big
it's
enough.
cleaned out first. Now, you drill a small hole at the very end of the bridge slot, near where the bottom E string sits. Then, push the pickup through from the other side and bring it over.
Yeah, how do you
so
do that
it
part,
sits
man? It seems
right
like
to
you
the-
missed a step. Ouch. Oh, man. I need somebody with some tiny hands to get in there and do that. That is nuts. All right, I'm going to try and fish tape this through with the guitar string. I have no idea another way to do this. I'm sacrificing an Ernie Ball 52. Ooh. Oh, okay. Now there are some little kids around here. I might be able to get them to put their hands in there and make this work, but I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, Poo Ninja says I'm not for positive, but I believe Toyota and Honda mechanics have quarter-sized hands and arms to get into those tight little spots. And you know, we actually have a lot of those in Hawaii. And I was gonna say something, but probably get in trouble. So there we go. So you're gonna try that old piece of Studio Magic, the fish tape. Now I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to get this thing to stick in there the way I want. I might end up hot gluing it in. You guys know me and hot glue are best of friends, right? So let me get painter's tape. I could hot glue the end right here, actually. Probably a stupid idea. I'm not sure if I need to heat up a soldering iron or not. Might. I'm gonna definitely need it for the battery install for my other guitar. This is actually a friend's guitar. Gave me a cool surfboard a couple years ago. I haven't surfed in forever, actually. Let's hope this fits through. This may or may not. Oh, that didn't work. Yeah, it slipped right off. I could hot glue this to it, but that might hurt the pickup somehow. I don't really understand how this is even a pickup. It looks like a ground wire. Oh, that was dumb. Okay. All right. Cross your fingers, man. I don't know. Pretty sure I'm gonna have to hot glue the preamp box in. Ah. I don't know if that hole's going to be too small for both of these. No, that should work. Maybe I should just heat up that hot glue gun now. Stick. Please stick. It's just not sticking. Come on, come on. Almost. Yay. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Hey, hey, hey. All right. I really need a bigger tech bench here. Uh-oh. Hitting here. Oh, I got to put the jack in too. All right, so it's saying get this as flat as you can.
The end of the bridge slot near where the top E string is, so that the whole bottom of the bridge slot is filled with the pickup. Then, if you can, place the bridge on top of it. However, with this type of pickup, you tend to find it pushes the bridge back out again, so you need to put the strings on to hold it in place. Once you've put the strings on the guitar and put a battery in the preamp, you're ready to go. And you can see it's made this guitar look very nice, and we'll see in a minute just how it sounds.
Oh, this bridge is toast. All right, well, that's a whole nother problem.
Now I'm going to do some tests, and you can
Ouch.
hear how it sounds using the preamp. I've already tuned the guitar using the new inbuilt tuner, which is really handy, and it seems to work fine.
Let's see what else we got here.
Before I do anything else, I'll just go through
There's
each
some
of the
backing
strings one
plates
by
for,
one with an oscilloscope. Whilst this looks very technical, it's not really. I'm just looking for three things. The first thing, and the most obvious thing, is that the preamp is producing the right amount of power it should produce. Not too much and not too little. The second thing I'm looking for is that it's not clipping the waveform. In other words, it goes flat on the top if this is happening. And this can happen if it's producing too much power or if the battery's got a fault in it. And the third thing I'm looking for is that none of the strings produce a lot more power than the surrounding strings. You do get more power anyway from the bottom strings than from the top.
Okay.
Whilst this isn't
So
an
I'm gonna
exact
super
science,
glue this
because
thing
it's
in a
affected
second,
by
too.
things like how hard you pluck the string, it does give you a good idea of any issues with the installation
So I
or
have to
setup
put
of
in
the
the
preamp. And this setup
yeah, we gotta
is
put
well
this
within
guy in,
acceptable
which is
limits.
the
I'll just play a
jack.
little bit of The Troubled Heart by Sad
Let me
Fantasy,
see.
just to see what you think of the sound.
So how's this jack work? Did it already have one? Oh yeah, it does. It has one down here. So this isn't gonna be able to go through, so I'm gonna have to wire this. I'm gonna have to unsolder this. Give me a second here. Get soldering iron. Be right back. I'm gonna go get this sponge. Get the sponge wet. I'll warm up the iron. Should probably warm up the hot glue gun as well. I'll be right back and get this sponge going, and then got the right solder. That was the wrong solder. Drill some new holes. I just got a brand new spool of solder. Napa had to order it in. So where did I put it? Be right back. All right. So I'm probably gonna have to do some fish taping here. So how should I do this? I could wait a second. Do I really need to desolder this, or can I just feed it through the hole and be done with it? What am I thinking? Let's see. Why is my first impulse always to solder something? Is that some sort of Freudian thing? All right, so, you know, this is still one of those things. Like, how in the world do you get your hand in there and tighten this up and stuff? I don't know. Oh, wait a second. Wow. Okay. So this guy, you can actually put it, you can tighten it up from the outside. All right. All right. This is something different. So I don't know if I should lock this up right now. Maybe. Let me lock this up. I really do need some like jack specific screws. I actually got a whole set of proper drivers, but I just not having any good luck with them. Now there's a hole here, so theoretically I guess you could stick a pin in there and twist to get this working. So I could pull this up against the jack pin, or I could push this in. I could push this in, drop the nuts down, try and tighten it up by hand in there, or I could try and pull this through and then tighten it from the outside. Now this one's actually meant to be a strap end button, but yeah, I don't know which one's going to be easier. Push it through from this side or pull it through, but then I'd have to still get the wire, the nuts down there to tighten it. Maybe I'll take that guitar string wherever I just put it. Where did I put it? Well, I was just using for a fish tape. The guitar string through, pull this through. And I could use that little hole to hook it. What do I do with the string? Unreal. I remember yesterday I lost that. Was it yesterday? I dropped that number 8 string. I just put that string down right here. Now, not that I'm ever going to use that number 52 string, but they're like a couple bucks each. That's just like throwing money away. So what do I do with it? As soon as I grab another string, I'm going to find this one too. That's why I'm looking for it, because I know it's just going to upset me. So I'd actually just pull this through. Pull through if you can get your hand in there. Yeah, can I get my hand in here? I don't think so. But the string would be fine. I just, what did I do with it? In the world did I lose a number 52 guitar string? Makes no sense. Well, I got new drill bits too. Like, okay, maybe I'll pull out another guitar string. I don't know if now this is a number 54, so now we're going thicker. I don't even see where I put the string carton. Like, oh, here's the carton. So what did I do with the string? I might need a thinner one for when I do the the universal battery from Fishman on one of my guitars, my electrics. I say my. This isn't my acoustic. Might not have thought this through completely well. And maybe the washer should be on the outside of this. This might be the wrong way to do this, actually. Ah, man, I had it too. Okay. So I'm wondering if I should put a washer on the outside here. Or a nut. Put a nut on the outside, might be easier. But then this isn't going to be locked. Huh. Debating, do I put a nut on the outside with the washer? Maybe. All right, did I lose the string again? Oops. Drop the washers. I can't imagine those guys to do the violin repair on the inside. Acoustic is hard enough for me. Not really. I don't really work on acoustics at all. I can barely change strings on acoustics. Not really sure how I'm going to do this next part. If I can thread it right here, then I can pull the string out. But if it's not actually threaded, it looks threaded. Okay, here we go. Now I don't know how I'm gonna hold this guy in place. That's the trouble. Can I get some pliers in there? I can't get my hand quite there. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get some pliers or something in there. Okay, so once I can hold that thing still, now I wonder, can I put something in here to hold against that little hole so that I can actually tighten this up? I think I could. So I could really use a dental pick for that. If there's anything with some point that I can leverage on there. So where's the hole exactly? Right there. So I should be able to hold it in place. Maybe not. It's actually pretty hard to hold it that way. I wonder if I should throw some Loctite on here, honestly. That's pretty well dug in. Ooh.
Sound.
Man. This keeps ringing. Hello? All right. So I put some holes in. I think I'm going to need to hot glue the rest of them because I don't think the holes are going to line up. He's going to put expanding foam in here to finish. If I can put the backing plates in, I will. So that's what this is. So these things back the screws, I guess, is what you screw into. Now, which direction do these holes go? I don't know. I'm not gonna be able to get my hand in there. Ah. Oh wow, this is barely kind of missed. If I can hold it like that. I wonder if I can swap these out after I screw this in. I don't think so. Let's see. I could hot glue this to the back so that it's in the right place before I start. That's really not going to be very solid. Stop. I could get my hand in there. Oh, maybe I can. Hot glue this into the back. Hope it stays in the right place. Oh, this is really tricky. Let's see. Yeah, I gotta stop talking about hot glue. I'm gonna have super glue for something else. I don't think I'm gonna be able to put a backing on on the other half of it. I think that's just gonna have to be hot glued in. Yeah, it's totally missing. Unless I shoved it way down in the bar down here. Might work. Oh no, seems like there's not enough space. I could just hot glue this whole thing in, which might be the smartest thing to do. Maybe I could swing this. No, nope. I predict major pain in my future here. Yeah, holding this hot glue in there is not gonna be fun either. If I could find a way to hold that in, I'd be really much better off. This hot glue is gonna be tricky. Here we go. This is gonna hurt. like my old ukulele pickup videos where you just had to know you were going to burn your hand and take it. Holy crap. Hello? Man, my phone just won't stop ringing. I'm hot gluing this in. We'll screw the top two. We'll clear the hot glue out of the bottom ones. You can be putting expanding foam in here anyway, but it's got to hold strong enough so that you can pop the batteries in and out. In fact, I could test the battery right now. Right, I mean, I could test the pickup right now. That actually seems pretty solid. I should cut the hot glue with a razor blade and really clean it up, but I'm gonna let it sit for a second. I could plug in. Could plug a cable in right now and see if we're getting any output. Let me see if I can open the battery door. Yep. Okay, let me throw a battery in there. How's that supposed to hold the battery in? Wait a second. I don't get it. Looks like the battery's just gonna fall right out. Hold on. Oh, there's a clip. Okay. If I push this in all the way, it should. Oh yeah, there is a little clip. Not great, but yeah, I'm pressing the battery button and nothing's happening. Let me see. Maybe you have to have a jack plugged in. Nope, nothing. Make sure I have this plugged in right. So plus, yep, this is the plus side. Let me measure this battery real quick just in case. Yeah. Yep, definitely 9 volts. What are the chances they printed this plus and minus backwards? Oh, if I press on it, I see. All right, it's doing something. So I don't know what the battery light's supposed to do, but it's not going on. Did he give me strings? I don't know how to tie acoustic strings. Tell you what, since I don't know how to do acoustic strings, I'm gonna go stick this 54 right through this hole, and that's gonna be what I test with. I know it's a steel string that's gonna be way too much tension for this guitar, but I'm not gonna make it tight. Just want to make sure it works. Wish I knew where that other smaller string went that I had. Yeah, tuner's blinking. It's giving me a note. Now this one has like a mic and piezo blend. Neither of them is putting out anything, it seems like. Something's going on when I tap this. It sounds really loose. What's going on? It's not going in all the way. Oh, I see output. Hold on. Let's give this something. I guess when the tuner's on, it mutes, so that makes sense. Okay, so this should be. That's the mic. That's the piezo. All right. This is actually working. Okay, what do I do now? He's gonna put foam down here. Clean up the hot glue. And see if I can put this on far enough that it's gonna actually work, or if I have to take this out and make this longer. Should probably make this longer, but all right. I think all I really have to do on this left is maybe super glue this, but it's actually working, so maybe I should just leave it be. Let me see if I can make that a little bit flatter. I'm just gonna hold the hot glue gun up against it and heat it up, so I can push it down a little bit. Ouch. Yeah, anytime now, FedEx should be delivering me my Fishman Universal battery. If that's still on, I'll just keep the stream going. If they show up while it's here, but it may not be. So I might be ending this stream in a second and then come back when that comes in. Before I do that, though, I'm gonna clean up hot glue if I can. Should super glue this right here, but the hot glue is actually working pretty well. Maybe I'll just leave it. Let me get the razor blade. Might be able to do this with the putty knife. Might not. That's actually pretty good. It's a safe place to keep razor blades. This is kind of sketchy to. Razor scraper somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I do have X-Acto knives too, but I'm so bad with them. I just end up cutting myself up. Got a box cutter. I don't know how good that's going to be. Try the X-Acto knife and hopefully I don't chop myself up. Oh, terrible with these things. I'm just gonna hurt myself. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm so bad with this kind of stuff. Better off with just the putty knife. This will probably have to be glued down better later on, but it's actually working pretty good now. Right, overall, pretty painless. Let me plug it back in, make sure it's still working. Then I'm gonna pull the jack out. I got a bunch of other stuff to do. Still going. All right. Let me go check and see if that universal battery showed up. If so, I'm gonna keep this video on. If not, I'm gonna close it till that shows up. Didn't have to use a soldering iron. Be right back. All right. Yeah. No FedEx yet. I'll see you guys later when that battery shows up. I might be doing some tempo mapping and stuff in a little bit. We'll see.